Good morning everyone, my name is Ashrahi and today I am going to teach you a very interesting chapter named carbon and its compounds. So basically we are going to study about carbon. You know very well what is carbon if you are a 10th grade student, you are a developed student. So first of all, we are going to learn why does carbon make bonds? Why is it necessary for carbon to make bonds? So actually carbon has 4 valence electrons as you know. It needs 4 more electrons to become stable. In its L shell it has 4 electrons which is for it is valence electron, last shell. So to become more stable, instead of giving or taking 4 electrons, carbon shares electrons with other atoms. This sharing of carbon is called what? Covalent bond. Yes, you heard it right. Now types of covalent bond. Covalent bond are basically of 3 types. First is single bond. In single bond, there will be one pair of electrons in which covalent bond will involve sharing of one pair of electrons, and in double bond, it will require two pairs of electrons sharing each other, and in triple bond, it will be the sharing of 3 pairs of electrons. Now we come to next page. So our next topic is properties of covalent compounds. So these compounds exist in all 3 states. You know those states which are solid, liquid and gas. But and also they have low melting point and boiling point also low, because they lack free ions. They don't have free ions. That's why they have low melting point and low boiling point. So they have definite shapes with low densities. Now next is about comparison between ionic and covalent compounds, basically difference between them. So ionic compounds are formed by transferring electrons. They have high melting point and they conduct electricity when melted. Meanwhile covalent compound are formed by sharing electrons, and also they have low melting points and don't conduct electricity. They are just a little bit opposite of ionic bonds. Now allotropes of carbon. So what is basically allotrope? It means when an element exists in different structural forms. It is very easy definition, but now these 3 different types of allotropes of carbon. If in boards there is a question that you have to differentiate all these 3, so I think that it will come at least in 2 marks, or you can even ask the board paper inventor that only of 2 marks it will come, or rather 3 marks. So no need to prepare it a lot, just remember these 2 points of this table. Here tetravalency basically means that the capability of a carbon to bond with 4 other atoms of carbon or any other element. And now comes the favorite topic of every students or at least me, hydrocarbons. So what is hydrocarbons? Hydrocarbons means those compounds which are made up of only carbon and hydrogen are called hydrocarbons. So basically it is of mainly 3 types, and that's what make it interesting, because now formulas are also added in this topic. So first is alkanes. Alkanes are only single bonds. Its formula is CnH2n plus 2. For example, methane and ethane. Methane you can see CH4, C1H4. Take the value of n as 1, so C1H2 into 1 plus 2, so that means CnH into H2 plus 2, C1H4 CH4 is methane. Now next is alkenes. Alkenes are what? Alkenes make at least one double bond. Its formula is CnH2n. Its example is ethene. And now alkynes. What are alkynes? Alkynes make at least one triple bond. Its formula is CnH2n minus 2. Now comes carbon chain. First type of carbon chain is open chain. Open chain is basically of 2 types: straight chain hydrocarbons and branched chain hydrocarbons. Straight chain has no branches, and branched chain has more than 2 branches. So now second type is a cyclic hydrocarbon. Hydrocarbon where carbon atoms are arranged in a closed ring is called cyclic hydrocarbon, as you can easily understand by the name. Now next is benzene. What is benzene? Benzene is a ring shaped chemical molecule made up of 6 carbon atoms and 6 hydrogen atoms. Okay, you have already understood this. Now next part is isomerism. What is isomerism? Isomerism are those is the process basically. Sorry for misunderstanding by me. Okay, isomer are those compounds that have same molecular formula but have different structure, so that's called as isomer. Now next is functional groups. What are functional groups? An atom or group of atoms within a molecule that determines its chemical property. So now next is homologous series. What is homologous series? Definition you can learn by yourself, but I am just explaining. So it is a group of chemical cousins where every member looks and behaves almost the same way, and each next member is just bigger than previous one by one carbon and two hydrogen. So now I am going to explain about the nomenclature of carbon compounds.
Step 1. Count the carbons. 1 meth, 2 eth, 3 prop, 4 but, 5 pent, 6 hex, 7 hept, 8 oct, 9 non, 10 dec. Step 2. Check the bonds. If they are connected by single bonds only, add an. If there is a double bond, then add ene. Step 3. Look for special groups. If there is a chemical group attached like chlorine, bromine, etc., you add them. Prefix chlorine becomes chloro and bromine becomes brono. Suffix alcohol becomes OL. Carboxylic acid becomes oic acid.
Combustion is a process in which carbon compounds burn in oxygen to form heat, light, etc. These saturated hydrocarbons are a type of hydrocarbons that burn with a clean blue flame without the presence of air. No air is present, and these burn with a clean blue flame. Now next is unsaturated hydrocarbons. These burn with a yellow flame, giving out black smoke. I am providing the notes for this topic. When carboxylic acid does reaction with an alcohol in the presence of an acid catalyst like concentrated sulfuric acid, so it forms an ester. Ester is a sweet smelling compound, and this process is called esterification reaction. So now saponification reaction, what is it? It is basically the reverse of the esternification reaction. In it when an ester is heated with a base, so it forms an alcohol or a sodium salt, and this process is called saponification reaction. It is basically used to make soaps. So how to distinguish between alcohols and carboxylic acid? Basically alcohols do not react with metal carbonates, but carboxylic acid reacts with them to release the CO2, obviously, as alcohol is a base. I will explain it later, but today I am giving its notes, and this is the last page of our chapter. So now first part is soap and detergents. Now what is a soap? Soap is a cleaning bar made from natural oils or fats and a chemical. Now okay, you have already got to know about the soaps. Detergent is a cleaning powder made entirely from petroleum. The big problem with hard water in village wells or bore wells where water is hard, normal soap does not make good foam. It leaves behind a sticky, dirty white layer called scum. But detergents work very well in these situations. Now take a view on this topic, and your chapter ends here.
Don't forget to subscribe my channel. It took me 5 hours to do